They say there is safety in numbers. You count your heartbeats. You count your breaths. You count the bed in the room to make sure if the word still makes sense. But what do you do when the math changes? What do you do when you count 12 but you see 13? They still don't look behind you. This is the mystery of the 13 birds. Welcome to Primal show. Today we leave the ancient forest and step into a different kind of darkness. One that hides in plain sight. A place of healing. In a place where the suffering of many should be a comfort. But instead, it creates a void for something else to step in. This is the story of Nurse Aman, who worked in night shifts, not in a forgotten asylum, but in a modern, bustling hospital in the heart of the city, a place of logic, a place of science, a place of life and death, but something takes logic. Some things don't belong. Her ward 7, was a long, silent corridor with 12 beds, always 12 beds, 11 occupied and 1 empty, which is the 12th is usually empty. A buffer, a place for the unaccepted, but the unaccepted really came from the outside world. The hospital have a strict count, 12 beds every night. Every shift change. The form were precisely 12 beds, 12 patients. No more, no rest until one night. It was 3 o'clock a.m. That hour when the veil is thinnest, when the living are in their deepest sleep, and the other things still. Mama was doing her rounds. The familiar click of her pen as she marked each chart. 1, 2, 3. Her eyes scanning. 4, 5, 6. Each bed, each patient. A quiet rhythm in the sleeping ward. 7, 8, 9, 10. She counted the occupied bed, then the empty one. 12. Her pen hovered. A flicker of something, a shadow at the very end of the wall. Her brain registered it and then dismissed it. Maybe the lack of sleep is playing a trick with her mind, she thought. She walked to the end of the ward to adjust the curtain, to check a window, and there it was. Not a trick of the light, not a mistake. A bed. There was a bed there. A 13 bed. But there had always been a wall. A 13 bed was there. With tattered clinical white curtain draws tightly around it. Her heart drummed against her lips. She counted again. Slowly. Her voice a whisper. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 12. Her eyes fixed on the shroud form, and then 13. Her mind screamed for a rational answer. A new delivery, a new transfer, but no, she would have known. She thought. The hospital record were absolute. 12 bed, not 13. And yet, this bed stood, silent and still obscuring what every day we did. A chill that had nothing to do with the air conditioning gripped down her spine as her hand reached out, trembling to pull back the curtain. Pale, thin hand, impossibly long, rested on the pristine white bedsheets. It looked like ancient parchments, devoid of blood, devoid of life. Its fingers were long, sharp, almost like lions, and it simply lay there, waiting. When Amma saw this, she froze. Her breath caught in her throat. Her mind raced, desperately searching for an explanation. A patient relative, but the sheer longness of it, the way the hand seemed to grow with a faint, unnatural pallor in the dim light. Silence around her bed was absolute. No sound of breathing, no rustle of sheet, no vital sign. Every instinct screamed at her to run, to scream, to demand for an explanation or answer. But some horrors command silence, but some terror demands witness. And the thing in the 13 bed was a master of both. She didn't pull back the curtain that night. She couldn't. Instead, she backed away, her uniform lustered like a dry reed. She fled the world, her mind a stump of impossible questions. She knew what she had seen, and she knew what she hadn't seen. A plus, a breath, and a woman. In the next morning, the 13 bed was gone. The record still shows 12. 12 bed, not 13. The other nurse laughed up her story. When she told them what she saw last night, they laughed at her, telling her it might be slightly fatigue or overwork. But Amma knew what she saw. She knew the exact spot where it stood. She knew the silence it had left behind. But the story doesn't end here. What happens when something manifests once, but decide it's like being among the living? What happens when the 13 bed is not just a visitor, but instead something that demands a permanent role? The next Primal show will review what Nurse Amma saw, or what Nurse Amma found in the days and nights that followed it. It will reveal the true nature of the presence that sleeps, waits, and counts in the silence of the world. Join us next time For part 2, when the 13th bird comes looking for you.